Hey cousins, happy Friday. I just want to talk to you about something. I've been sitting here talking to God in this thunderstorm. I probably need to speak up a little bit. I've been sitting here talking to God, so it haven't been too loud, but I feel like I have a message for you guys, and it's directly from God. God is aware that a lot of us are angry with him. God is aware that a lot of us are disappointed in him. God is aware that a lot of us look at him as if he is a tyrant, as if he is cruel. I hear you, Lord. He said he's turning graves into gardens. Now is the time where the dry bones are about to live. Ooh, come on. Oh, come on, God. Right now, in this time, in this season, God is especially got his eye on the people who have felt hurt and abandoned by him. Those who felt scorned by him. Those who felt cast away. Have you ever like turn your life over to God? Have you ever had? I have many times. Like you take, maybe you got some sin in your life. You got some certain stuff that you got going on in your life. You're like, look, I'm going to let it all go. I'm going to follow God, right? And then all hell breaks loose in your life. And you look at God like, what in the is going on? What in the pork and beans is going on? Why did you do this to me? You know what I'm saying? But he said, you're about to understand. I'm about to let you know why all this happened. I'm about to let you know why all of this happened. No, it's not good. No, it's not. But he about to make it clear. He's about to make it clear. He's about to make it clear to you why. He said, not everything. You're not going to understand everything because you're human. You're not going to understand how the mind of God works. You're not going to understand everything, but a lot of us have had questions about God. We have questioned him, and some really messed up stuff have happened, as we were following Christ, and it's like, why would you let this happen to me? He's about to reveal it. So don't lose heart. God is God. If you hear me right now, please pray for people who have experienced hurt while in the battle of being a Christian, while in the battle of being just a human being. A lot of us have gone through a lot of stuff, and God said it's all about to make sense. I'm about to reveal the timeline of your life to you if you just let me. But you must be still. You must be still. We have to take moments of stillness. But that's all. If you have experienced pain, immense pain, while following Christ, while bearing your cross, just living life. It's not always fair, but it's going to make sense. He said he's going to make it make sense. He's going to, if you'll just allow him, if you'll let the pride go. And I know we don't want to hear that because it's like, it's like, oh, now you want to browbeat me talking about I got pride. But y'all, pride is so vast. And I realize that this is something that God had to take out of me. I didn't realize I was such a prideful person. I always consider myself humble, real low key, real chill. But low key and chill is not have nothing to do with being prideful. Prideful is saying that I am the captain of my ship. I'm the master of my fate. And that is not the case. God was talking to me about how he hate vision boards. How he hate when we sit up and just have all these lofty ideas that come from our mind, from our lust, from our greed, from our covetousness. Instead of going to him and saying, what's your vision for my life? I think that a lot of disappointment that I've experienced in my life was because God did not respond the way that I wanted him to. Did he respond? Yes. But it was not the way that I thought that he would. It wasn't the way that I wanted him to. That's pride. So he said it's all about to make sense. A lot of us, our lives is about to change in these next coming months. 2021 is a year of spiritual maturity. Think about when you turn 21. When you hit 21, you're grown. A lot of people say you're grown at 18, but you're still a teen. You know what I'm saying? If you got any teen on your voice, if you got any teen on the end of your age, you are not grown, boo. Okay? Yes, some of us are mature, but he said you about to come into your spiritual maturity this year. But you'll only come into it if you allow yourself to step out of the driver's seat. If he tell you some crazy stuff to do, he tell you some weird stuff to do, pray about it. And if he keep reinforcing it to you, like, I'm about to tell y'all my business right now. Back in May, God told me, well, let's take it back further. I went back to my old job back in September, and the Lord told me, you're not going to be here long. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just get another job, right? I ended up being there for like 8 months. And then the Lord was telling me it's time to go. And I was like, I ignored it. I'm not gonna lie, I ignored it because I didn't have no big savings. I'm like, God, you would not call me to not have no job. That is crazy as monkey brains. That's crazy. I'm trying not to cuss y'all. God is changing me, so I really am. I'm doing better. So I might say some stuff that's like, what did she just say? I'm just trying not to cuss. But the pressure, it got so strong and I got so uncomfortable there. All of a sudden, I was so uncomfortable. I was so stricken with grief. Like, y'all, I used to smoke weed all day. Now, I work from home. I used to smoke weed all day to get through that job. I used to drink two or three glasses of wine to cope with the fact that I was out. I was off the mainstream for me. I was a fish out of water there. That was not where I was supposed to be at. And you could tell by my lifestyle, my house was filthy. My house was completely filthy. When I tell you it was dirty, like, not dirty like, ew, it's unsanitary, but clothes all over the place. Dishes not done. Towels in the bathroom. Offices looking like I just moved in. My house looked like I had just moved here and I had been here for years. Closet filthy. Closet didn't have no clothes hung up in it. My closet, when I tell you it was a sea of clothes. It was a sea of clothes. Water bottles. It looked like that of a depressed person. And I would get beautiful, get all dolled up, smelling good, looking good, makeup done, hair done, stepping over all of this trash to tiptoe to the club at night, tiptoe to the bar, tiptoe to my friend's house for a kickback. You know what I'm saying? Just closing the door on my emotions, closing the door on the spiritual unrest I was feeling, just trying to escape for a little bit. But one thing about it, you cannot run from yourself. I feel that. You can't run from you. And if you're a child of God, he's not going to let this life pass you by. Anybody who have regrets at the end of their life will tell you there was turning points in my life where I could have made a different decision, but it was too risky. Sometimes following Christ is risky. It's risky. Following Christ is not a safe life. And I'm starting to realize that we got it completely messed up, sitting up thinking that life with Christ is going to be like roses and daffodils and Twizzlers. It's not. It's not. It's some risky stuff going to happen. But no weapon formed against you shall prosper. But yes, you will go through some things, okay? And then you'll go through illusions of things. Sometimes it seems like something is happening and it's not. Sometimes it seems like something is about to happen and it's not going to happen. God keeps telling me, going back to the job thing, I cannot get a job, y'all. I laugh every time I say that because I have been working for 16 years. I have so many, not to brag on myself, but I have so many talents. I have so much skill that I've developed over the years. Customer service. I was a hairstylist for 10 years. I've done pet care. I had a pet care business. I have done so many things. And then last year I became a phlebotomist. So I'm like, it's so many things you can go into. I've never had a problem getting a job. Ever. When I tell you ever, once I get an interview, I'm in there. Like, it's over. And I'm not, again, not to brag, but y'all, when I tell you I cannot get a job, I was looking over my resume. I'm like, what is going on? God told me it's not. And then I tried Uber and Lyft, right? I'm like, I'll just do Uber. At first I was like, I don't want to do Uber. Like, I don't want to do Uber. I don't want people in my car. I don't want nobody to kidnap me and stuff like that. Y'all, Uber, Uber's app will not work for me for nothing. Tried to reinstall it, tried to get Uber to help me, nothing. With the job, I left the job in May, and then I came back a week later, and they could not get me to work. I could not work. My computer wouldn't work. My systems, I was locked out of all the systems, and the Lord told me, like, no, it's not going to work. Everything you try, I'm going to shut down because you're trying to be the Lord of your life. I'm God. You're not God. So sometimes I'm going to sit you down and it's going to look like a crazy situation. I know it looks crazy. They're like, this 32-year-old woman quit her job with no other job in sight. She's with no substantial savings. And this sounds crazy, y'all. Even when I say it sounds crazy. It sounds so crazy. But when I tell you I've been getting reassurance from God in every step of the way. And he can just keep telling me, like, I am God. I am God. It's almost like in a scorn. He's like scolding me a little bit. Like, I'm not going to keep telling you that I'm God. I'm God. You don't make the plans for your life. I do. I'm the author and the finisher of your faith. I chose you. I called you. I am God. It's almost like when Noah was like, or was it Moses? Was it Moses where he was like, where were you when I created the earth, when I created this earth? Where was you when I made the oceans and the waves and the sun and the moon? Where was you at? Because you wasn't here. So how you going to tell me how to do me? How you going to tell me how to do my job? I think that sometimes, and I mean this with all the love in the world, God is saying to us in our situations, in our circumstances where nothing seems to work, stay in the child's place. I'm the daddy. You're the child. Be the child. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that with all love. I mean that with all love. And I know God mean that with all love. But y'all, time is running out. He's not playing with us. It's work that we was called to do. And many of us are too freaking comfortable. Okay? So he has to shake us up a little bit. Stay in a child's place. Let God be God and you be the child. Just be obedient. Love you.